So today I'm going to be talking about what I learned in chapter 3 in chemistry. We learned about ions and their charges, and also I learned a bit more about the periodic table and how to read it better, which helped me a lot in this chapter because I finally got the hang of understanding and reading the periodic table better. I learned about ionic and covalent compounds and how ionic compounds are the transfer of electrons from a metal to a nonmetal, and how covalent compounds are the sharing of electrons between two or more nonmetals. I learned about polyatomic ions and the naming of ionic and covalent compounds, also the naming of transition metal. I learned about moles and how to convert grams to moles and then moles to molecules and stuff like that. And an issue or a problem or a struggle I had in chapter 3 in studying would definitely be the amount of memorization needed, and you have to remember a lot of things in order to understand the next topic that we learn.
Hello everyone, my name is Madiha and today I'm going to talk about chapter 3, which is about ionic compounds and covalent compounds. Ionic compounds are formed by the transfer of electrons from a metal to non-metal, and covalent compounds are formed by sharing electrons between non-metals. Naming of ionic compounds. There is a rule for the naming of ionic compounds. First, we talk about the for metals that have single charge, the name of the metal plus the name of base name of non-metal plus ide, and naming of naming of the metals that have variable charges. The name of the first metal plus charge number in Roman, base name of non-metal plus ide. Now the rule for naming of covalent compounds. The prefix plus name of the first non-metal, again prefix, base name of the second non-metal plus ide. After that, I have about empirical formula, which is the simplest whole number ratio of the atoms that make up the compound, and how we can find the empirical formula with the help of calculations. And in the last but not the least, we can find the percentage composition of a compound by dividing the mass of an element with the molar mass of the compound multiplied by 100. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Hi there, today I'm going to be talking about chapter 3 and what I learned so far in this chapter. So I learned the difference between ionic and covalent bonds, also how to name the compounds and how to calculate the molar mass. The challenges that I faced were being able to solve the calculations. To me, that was the most difficult part. What strategies I used in order to kind of help myself in this circumstance was just to go over problems and use flashcards and review my notes. What I recommend for the students and my classmates to do is to just practice problems over and over again, and study with flashcards, just so you can get a better understanding.